the first of our three-part series on heart failure. This sketch is focused on the clinical presentation of chronic heart failure, which you'll primarily see in the outpatient clinic. In part 2 of this series, we'll cover the management of chronic heart failure. Finally, we'll finish up in part 3 with a discussion of acute decompensated heart failure, a super common reason for admission to the inpatient medicine wards. Let's get started with some important definitions of what this mythical condition called heart failure actually is. Heart failure is a complex clinical syndrome that results from any structural or functional impairment of ventricular filling or ejection of blood. The result is a classic set of symptoms and signs that we'll dive into in a moment. Our recurring sketchy symbol for heart failure is this floppy heart balloon being held by our mermaid protagonist. Get used to it, because we'll be bringing back this symbol over and over. Heart failure can be classified into 2 different groups based on whether the underlying dysfunction is a squeezing problem or a filling problem. Systolic dysfunction is a fancy term that simply means the left ventricle can't squeeze out as much blood with each contraction as it should. When heart failure occurs primarily due to left ventricular systolic dysfunction, we call that heart failure with reduced ejection fraction. To symbolize heart failure with reduced ejection fraction, we've drawn in this awesome sea creature happily playing away on its droopy heart-shaped accordion. I don't know how much music you're going to make with all those holes in it, but hey.